Well, howdy there. Victor's the name. I was just moseying along and saw you laying down there. Don't really know what you're up to. But my employer at the Lucky 38 Casino, Mr. House, has asked me to inform you that the following video has been rated by the creator as YTMA for YouTube viewers of a mature age, due to the violence, subject matter, and language intended for a mature audience. For the best audio quality, the Lucky 38 Casino recommends the use of headphones highly. I best be moseying along. Y'all take care now.
Hey there, Mr. P, how's it going in Equestria? I'm another world away, but Billy, you look so pretty, yes you do. Rainbow ain't got nothing on you. Hey dear Mr. B, don't you worry, don't you fret. I'll be there if you get lonely, even though we've never met, we'll start to cry.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Moonshadow Mystery channel. As always, I'm your host, Moonshadow Mystery the Changeling. And today, if all goes well and according to plan and you're seeing this properly, we are going to be doing Fallout New Vegas, but with a twist. Today, we're going to be playing with My Little Pony mods, specifically Fallout Equestria mods. So today, welcome to Moonshadow Plays Fallout New Pegasus. And as you can tell, I have got mods on that change load screens and a lot of other things, hopefully. There's some other mods in place that aren't MLP related, and we'll cover that if we come across them. We've also got some custom companion mods installed if they work right. I don't know how they're going to look, but we're going to find out. And if things... I did already have a character created for doing this, so we're going to be able to skip all that boring stuff. Hopefully the other story mode related things won't be affected by the mods in a negative aspect. When I first tried this, they were. Now, as you can see, I've traveled pretty far down, and... oh, we've already got them with us. We've got... I don't know who Ted and Samantha are. Yeah, their audio's just screwed up. Hold on, I need to ditch these two. I don't even know who they are. But yeah, a lot of things have been tinkered with. See, even the storytellers have been affected by some of this.
See you later.
I don't know who those other two were. Hopefully they'll show back up. We're going to head back to Good Springs for now because, if I'm not mistaken, one of the mods I installed will give us some actual MLP companions who should appear somewhere near or around Good Springs, and that's what we want to find and get with us. But there's also some quests I wasn't able to do last time because things messed up bad. Now as you can see, right now from Shottycast we have the Storyteller and, of course, Edna. And we have Classic EDE, or Eddie, as some of us like to call him, with us today. So let's take a look around, see if maybe we can find where these Fallout-themed companions are. Got a whole bunch of bighorners around here. I'm actually not sure where these companions are supposed to show up at. I just know that I think they're supposed to be somewhere here around Good Springs. We're going to be doing a little bit of looking for them. We do have a few pieces with us already. As you can see, I did try and get my character as close to looking like my real self as possible for the purpose of keeping things believable. Right now we're in a sheriff's duster and hat that we found at Nipton. At least I think it's Nipton. I don't know. The place with the Bison Steve Hotel. We got some good gear with us from the previous attempt, which utterly failed for reasons I have no idea why. Let me see here if things worked right. I don't know. Some of them seem to work and some of them don't. We do have a couple of books we need to read to clear up some space. And yeah, you saw that right. Spider Venom. Why Spider Venom? Because one of the mods I have actually gives us additional enemies to face to create a more fluid and realistic Fallout environment. Now, some of them aren't really Fallout related, per se, so they might stick out a little bit more. But right now, just for the heck of it, we're going to go inside of the Goodsprings Schoolhouse. There are some enemies in here we can take out. Mantises, mostly. Unfortunately, and yes, we do have a multiple companion mod. But Shoddycast was kind enough to program the storyteller mod, so he doesn't affect the companion limit anyway. But yeah, we can have dozens of companions with us if we so choose. Right now we've just got the storyteller and his companion Edna, and of course ED. So right now we have a little bit of a posse going on. We should be able to hack this relatively easily. The first time I ever played New Vegas, I didn't understand what the hacking mini game was about, so I actually ruined myself on a number of occasions with this. But for right now, we're just getting some things. If the mods I installed work correctly, we should have some changes to some basic graphic designs, like Mentats should be Mentals from the Fallout Equestria namesake. And yes, you see there, right? Captain America, great. This is one of the other mods I've got. We're going to have to load some of this into the storyteller and possibly ED. Now, because we've already got, let's show everybody what this looks like. We're going to get the basic Captain America suit on. And there is a weapon that comes with it, Cap's shield. It gives us 3 of them, 1 for each of them. I think the shields are all identical anyway. And yep, here we go. Captain America. There do seem to be 1 or 2 issues with, with clipping as far as hair and all, but here's our basic Captain America. Let's try the first alt. Whoa. I'm not really seeing any difference between this and the primary one, so that may have been a glitch. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting into the more pre-Frozen Cat versus post-Frozen Cat. Because that's more of a shield cost. Damn. And yeah, we're going to stay with Cat for just a minute because, see, his shield actually works. It's a melee weapon. You can't really, I don't know if you can really block with it.
Welcome back, children. You're listening to Galaxy News Radio, the heart and soul of the capital. For over 10 years.
That's right. We have 3 dog thanks to Shoddycast, and yes, that is the 3 dog. It's not an impersonator. We're going to upload some of this excess into the storyteller's inventory for our own benefit. Give him all the dynamite. Though I have a bad history of companions with explosives. They tend to hit me with them. So we're going to give him the dynamite. I did not see that coming. I have never seen the storyteller
I'm sworn to
in
carry
anything
your
else.
presence.
I cannot allow this. I just can't. You know, here. I've never seen the storyteller wear anything besides his suit before, mod or no mod. That was a first for me, and that was just... It was kind of creeping me out a little bit, to be honest. There was supposed to have been a Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottle cap in here somewhere. I guess we missed it. Let's see if we can find it real quick. The Legend of the Stars is kind of a lackluster quest, to be perfectly honest, but I actually enjoy it. I actually like Sunset Sarsaparilla more than Nuka-Cola. Not that you would tell by my vast Nuka-Cola collection that I have. I don't know where in the world the star's at. It's probably one of these desks. I don't know. It shouldn't take long to find it if it is, because there's only a handful of these desks that are actually lootable. And it seems like most of them are empty, so I don't know. It may not be here no more for some reason. I'm not too worried about it. Let's get going. Now, I thought that the companions were supposed to be here. They might be up by the cemetery, but they were supposed to be somewhere around here in Good Spring. There's a lot of stuff we could... Wait, do I already have the... If I have this... Yeah, I have the cemetery on map already, so let's go check it out. We're already 10 minutes in, I know, I'm sorry about that. We're going to try and keep this video semi-short if possible. It's kind of why I'm wanting to find these companions if they're around as soon... And there's Victor. Victor is... He can be helpful or he can be a hindrance, depending. Snow globe. I was looking for that the first time I played there. I'm glad I found it. If you've never been able to find the snow globes too well, up at Good Spring Cemetery, just go toward the back, toward the water tower, and it's this one right here. You just saw me get it. Unfortunately, I don't know what's going on. For some reason, the Fallout companions I have installed, the mod I have installed for it, does not seem to be working as it should. I'm not entirely certain as to why. I don't know if it has to do with one of the other mods I have installed or not. What we're going to do real quick before we move on is see if Sunny Smiles is out where she's supposed to be, because she's actually supposed to be giving us shooting lessons right now. But for some reason, the first time I went through with this, something really messed it up. Like, I could talk to her, but nothing else was happening. Like, at all. Like, she was stuck in place. Oh, Fluttershy. Okay, so one of my mods actually did work. Alright, so now we've got one of our MLP companions here.
Everything all right?
Yeah, unfortunately, Sunny Smiles is still stuck. That's a shame. Oh, and we have Twilight here. So, yay! Now, let's do this Fluttershy style. Yay! 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 Woohoo! And now... those aren't the ones I was talking about specifically, unfortunately. The ones I was actually referring to are actual My Little Pony equestrian mods. You know, actual MLP companions. Unfortunately, for some reason, either it's not working or they're not where I thought they were. If we come across them, you'll get a chance to see. I don't know if we will or not in this video, maybe the next one. And again, I know. I've been talking about how I'm behind on reviews. I've still not done any. I'm still trying to decide what to do, because I'm like, as far as reviews go, several seasons behind now. I barely covered anything in seasons 5 and 6. But hopefully that'll change soon. Hold on. Oh no. There is a coyote over here somewhere, so I'll change in a second, but let's just beat the ever-loving snot out of a coyote with a Captain America shield. Just for the sake of saying we killed something with it. Whoa, one shot, one kill, nice. That's probably just because it's a low-level coyote. But we're definitely changing because we're going to be getting in some rough territory here very, very, very shortly. And you might be wondering, but Moonshadow, you charming changeling, what could you possibly be getting into that's so confusing? Well, if you're asking that question, then you've never played Fallout New Vegas clearly. Because what we're going to be facing is not something I would recommend facing alone. We're going to be swapping to the caravan because it's a faster rate of fire. And we're going to be heading the short route to New Vegas rather than the long one, because I'm not interested in getting into a bunch of story-related quests right now. But if you're asking, then it's quite simple. This route north of Good Springs to New Vegas is perhaps one of the most treacherous. The only other one being going northeast instead of northwest. Well, technically this is going northeast too, but it's further west than it is east. Like, I'll show you on the map, just to be fair. See? Here's Good Springs, and here's the route we're taking to the west. Whereas if we went east, we'd be going right through here. And that is a much more dangerous territory, by far. Particularly because of this little area here. Although, this isn't going to be a walk in the park. Princess Celestia! And we have one of the modded creatures from my monster mod installed, the Hive Queen, which is essentially the Khazor or Black Wasp Queen. Yeah, unfortunately one of the mods is really messing with the chats for... I don't know why he followed me way down here, but he really messed us up because we got Khazadors and the Hive Queen. Now you can tell the Hive Queen is a remodel of the Fire Ant Queen, or the Ant Queen.
I have a pretty shoddy weapon. Care for an upgrade?
And Khazadors are by far one of the most dangerous creatures in this entire game. Yeah, and this is a Khazador Queen, so that makes it far more dangerous than it seems. And the Yellow Jacket is a modded variant of the Khazador, which makes it even more dangerous. The good thing about the Captain America suit is it does give us some decent damage resistance, I think. Let's check that out real quick. Yeah, see, it's got a damage rating of 5 for the helmet and upwards of 50 for the suit. 20 to 50 between DR and DT, so that's pretty good. DT of 8 for the helmet. So we actually got a pretty good set by having that mod installed. And look, the shield is actually probably one of the better melee weapons we've got right now, if not one of the best weapons, period. We've already got the chopper somehow. I don't know how, because I think that was something that we actually shouldn't have been getting until we actually got out to somewhat of a story-related area. So I'm not sure why that's there. One of our mods actually has replaced our crows, I think, with vultures. Or it's added vultures on top of it. I'm not 100% on that. But between the Cazadors and the Yellow Jackets, we are not having an easy time. And unfortunately, the shotgun is not cutting it. We need something better. Unfortunately, we don't have very much that is better. We are really in the soup. Given the area we're going to. Hold on. We're going to try a little trick I did once before when I was down in this area. And if you're asking why, again, Cazadors. I don't know how well this plan of mine is going to work. It might not work at all, honestly. But we're going to try it. And see, there's another buzzard. So we're going to off it real quick for a little bit of target practice and a couple of little XP points. And I'm pretty sure we got a shovel, so right over here we got... I have a shovel, I thought... Ah, dang it. Well, we'll have to go back to Good Springs and get one later. Chance's Grave is actually home to a uniquely named melee weapon known as Chance's Knife. It's actually got some good damage to it this early in the game. The only problem is the only way to get it is to risk the Cazadors. And in this case, the Cazadors and the Yellow Jackets. So I've actually made it far worse on myself. Oh, and the Black Wasps. I failed to mention that. The Black Wasps are actually probably worse in the long run than the Yellow Jackets in general. I mean, they're all bad news. I mean, I'm toast no matter what if they get a hold of me. Which is why I'm up here on this ridge. And we have another queen. So that's good. Let's see here if we can... We're wasting the only one of these we got. Oh, crap. Well, we at least crippled its legs. That's going to benefit us. We've only got one grenade, so we better make it count. And we failed. I failed horribly. This is not a good start to this, is it, everybody? I may have no choice but to bust out the cap shield and go in. And risk death. Because right now I'm wasting grenades. Oh, crap. Twilight! You son of a... That's it. You messed with my waifu. You've messed with my waifu. Princess Twilight Sparkle! Okay, we only got one. We only got one anti-venom. That is not good. How many stim packs? Okay. We use one stim pack and hope we can survive for a bit. Yeah, that's right. We're going melee on this. We are going straight up Captain America. You messed with Twilight. Okay, that is one thing you should not do. Not around me. That's right, I am bringing the waifu love in here. And we have leveled up to level 5. Let's boost our survival stats. Since we're let's boost our melee up to at least 25. And for the heck of it, let's go ahead and boost speech, because that's always a benefit. And we've got one left over, so let's put it into explosives. Alright, now this is unfortunately the site of a massacre. More than likely it's the Cazadors who did this. There's not really a whole... There's some decent loot, nothing I'd really go bragging about around here, to be perfectly honest about it. Chance's knife up at the grave is actually probably the better item down in these parts. But there is quite a bit of miscellaneous loot, sugar bombs, things of that nature. And I do not recommend the super stim packs, just so everyone knows. Those have a bad habit of biting you in the flank. But down here is a good spot to get some reinforced leather armor. And of course the Mert Troublemaker armor. But as you can see on my screen, it is unfortunately really, really easy to get yourself overwhelmed with weight. Which is what makes right now such a blessing. Now thankfully they have loaded Fluttershy to the brim with ammo. So at the very least we're safe with that. But unfortunately all she's got are Doctor Fatigues, and that is perfect for her as far as her character goes. Downside it has virtually no protection to it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to give her one of the armors from the Mercenary DLC pack. The lightweight leather. That way it still somewhat fits her character a little bit. And yeah, that is some of the storyteller's lines. Unfortunately, a lot of the dialogue has been damaged. I don't know why. We're going to open... Now, Twilight's been given a heavy dosage of ammunition. If we wanted, we could actually take the Gauss rifle and her microfusion cells from her, and we would have a majorly powerful weapon early on. But we don't want to do that. I mean, I very easily could, but we don't want to do that. I like the fact that they got her in Brotherhood robes. So that's actually a good way for us right now, if we wanted to get some bonuses to ourselves that way. But we can easily get back under weight by giving her some of this stuff. What we're probably going to do, and honestly probably better off with the combat armor. The combat armor is actually about the same DT as the Captain America suit for a little bit more weight. No, it's actually less. So we might give that to Twilight and give her a little bit more power, a little more protection. And see, that puts us in a better weight class. And we're actually going to get the Brotherhood robes from her, and if I can find where Fluttershy went. How did I miss her pink hair? She's got a cattle prod as her melee, which is kind of sad and messed up when you think about it, given how she is anti-harming animals, so that's kind of messed up. But it is actually a really good weapon. I'm going to let her keep it, because if I need her in melee, I want her to be able to, do some damage. Unfortunately, even though we're having a little bit of issue with the tents here, that's probably my bad from the explosions. I probably actually knocked her in there. Or him, or whatever it is. Great con armor this early on. So yeah, this was definitely something going on here. Yeah, we're not going to loot a whole lot, because there's not really a whole lot here worth looting. We're not going to waste our time talking to Edna or anything, and I know we're going on. I'm not telling you a whole lot, but they're just real easy to get overwhelmed here. So I don't know if EDE can hold the Great Khan's armor. Some of this is a little confusing. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to give Edie the lightweight metal armor and the reinforced armor that we just picked up. And we're going to try and give him the con armor if he'll... Yeah, see, he dropped it. So he can't hold con stuff. But that's okay, because now we got a little bit more carry weight back to us, and we can move around a little bit better again. We're not too concerned about these quote-unquote burn bodies. We could go that way, and... Yeah, we got another buzzard over here, but we're going to probably, real quick, maybe head back to Good Springs. Because there is actually a little area just north of the cemetery that actually has a decent, uniquely named weapon we can loot. And I think it's worth going out of the way to get it. There's only one downside to doing so for me, and that's the fact that it is home to some pretty large rad scorpions, and because of my mod, probably some giant spiders. And given the fact I am arachnophobic, that is not a good thing. Alright, we can't really afford much right now. That's the only downside. And we do have a couple of decent looted weapons we just picked up we could probably sell if we wanted to. I don't know if we do want to. But we can't... They're not really worth a whole lot anyway, so we wouldn't be getting much out of it. We will sell our single shotgun because we have no purpose for it. We're going to keep our submachine guns. Those are actually fairly hard to come across. The fact we came across 2 of them this early on is a big benefit in the long run. We may be able to get that repeater fixed later. We've got the uniquely named chopper, so we can go ahead and ditch the regular fire axe. I could have used it to improve things. But we are going to do, though, is go ahead and get this Gunrunner's Arsenal plasma pistol. We've already got a laser pistol, but that plasma pistol is a big bonus. And we're going to look through the rounds, and what we really want are these. And we definitely want them. And unfortunately, we can't get many rounds of that. We basically just wasted our money on that. But we do have some other stuff we can sell, stuff I don't use. So we'll ditch part of this crap. And we'll get at least a little bit back out of it. And they'll be able to get a little bit more. And I'm sorry I'm not doing a whole lot of talking this time around. I'm just right now a little more concerned about just trying to get stuff that we need in order to make this a more interesting playthrough. Alright, now we're good. The only thing I think we really need to check is stimp, and we cannot afford a single stimp pack. That's bad. But
give me a shout if you need anything.
But that's
else.
okay. Now we've got our shovel, which means now we can go back and collect Chance's knife if we want to. And we will. But first things first. And we're just going to fast travel to Good Springs. I know it's just right there, so this is just straight up being lazy at this point. But now that we're here at the gravesite, we can actually loot some of these burial mounds. You can always tell the ones you can loot because they're more of a rich, freshly dug look. Yeah, some of them have some decent loot in them, some of them don't. Things are a little different for me right now because I'm playing with mods installed. If I hadn't had mods installed, there'd more than likely right now up here be a whole bunch well, maybe not a whole bunch, but at least 3 or 4 bloat flies, which can make coming up here and getting the snow globe a little bit of a challenge. But there is some lootable items up here worth getting. And there's also some decent scrap. Unfortunately, I don't have a weapon with a scope, so that's a downer. But we do have a plasma pistol now, which is a big benefit to us. Problem, though, is even though we're seeing a lot of stuff on our enemy finder, we're not seeing them well enough because my perception is basically garbage. Yeah, Black Emperors. As many fans of the Fallout franchise know, the Rat Scorpion is evolved from an Emperor Scorpion. The Black Emperor is just a different variation of the Rat Scorpion that's more close to its standard cousin. The Mutated Scorpion, which you can see here, is actually, I think, a modern version of what the original Mutated Scorpions from the original Fallout games are supposed to be. And yes, we have a Venomous Spider, as well as Sand Lizards. Yeah, and given I am arachnophobic, the Venomous Spider is the one I want to deal with the least. See, at a distance it's not so bad, but I mean, I am slowly getting a little bit better with my arachnophobia. Not good enough, though. Oh, I think we killed the scorpion. Whoa. Hey, dang it. They're so close, I'm hitting allies with my target. We clearly have a tarantula on the horizon. Yeah, this is the only downside to it. Making use of the multiple companions mod is they get in the way bad. And the ever interesting glitch of hovering companions above the ground is always amusing. A good way to make light of even the most dire situation. This video may end up being longer than I originally intended, which is too bad because I was hoping to upload it today, which is Friday, July 28th, for a special Fallout Friday.
You like that?
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it's going to go that way. I don't like when that sound pops up when I can't see anything, because we're seeing all kinds of the mutants from the Monsters mod, like that. Oh, a Hellbeast. This is essentially a Deathclaw on 4 legs, with fur. Like seriously, this thing is... I'm pretty sure I missed. And all you Fluttershy. Yeah, like I said, I am openly arachnophobic. I hate dealing with spiders. Just like that, and it figures it would wait until that very moment. And this is precise. What? Seriously! That is the reason I gave him the grenades. I mean, the dynamite. Dynamite. And he still nearly hits me with it. Now, some of these enemy targets are not actually within our range. They're actually over in the quarry. So, I know that kind of makes things confusing. There are some over here, and it's more than likely more scorpions and spiders, knowing my luck. Yeah, there's a mutated scorpion, there's a sand lizard. I'm actually glad about the sand lizards being involved because honestly, it helps make the iguana bits less disturbing. This is not working out in my favor. I need a better weapon for long range. The only downside is the sand lizards are a little more closely animated to the older Fallout games than they are the newer ones. So, kind of a little bit of a give and take with that. Roll call. And I immediately regret my decision. Yep, that's what I thought would happen. Well, to be honest, I kind of half hoped it would work that way. Sometimes I found by attacking one enemy actually lure others out in the open. I'm just glad it was a scorpion and not a spider. I know, it's kind of ironic, and I mean, scorpions are arachnids, and yet I've got issues with members of the arachnid family, but I don't with others.
Good job.
Alright, we're clearly in the clear right now, which is good, because we leveled up again. So we're going to put those 4 in explosives. That levels that out really nicely. Because we're still using our unarmed and ability using the shield, that'll benefit us quite a bit. We're going to go ahead and put the last ones into, I was going to say medicine, but let's do it into barter. That way if we have to do any more railing and dealing. Now just so you know, not all of these are in fact main Fallout perks. Some of these are actually ones added by one of my mods. Which is good for us, not so good in general. But let's see, given... Okay, we're going to do the ferocious loyalty since we have the companion mod installed anyway. That'll give us a major bonus. Now, even though I'm arachnophobic, I'm going to get down here closer to this spider corpse for you. They got some pretty good detailing work into it. I mean, yeah, it's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Spider venom can be used for different things if you know what you're doing at the campfires like you would anything else. I can't for the life of me remember what it's good for, except for maybe making a stronger anti-venom. Alright, right over here in this crevasse, at this corpse, with the black hat, the mercenary, go ahead and get the Desperado hat. Okay, this is not who I thought it was. This is not the right one. There would normally be, and again, I may have gone on the wrong one because there are a few of these little crevasses in here with corpses that these scorpions and whatnot have drug in. And one of them has a unique weapon, which is actually associated with the comic book that came with the Wastelander edition. And that might be it. No. Because the one we're looking for actually has a name. Wait. Metal armor. Yeah, we're getting the metal armor. Metal armor is kind of hard to come by early on. Yeah. Giant spiders, venomous spiders, and tarantulas. And not to mention antulas. And I figured we'd be like right here on it, but I'm still not finding it. I mean, if there may be one more, but right here we got a Friendship is Magic trunk, which is installed from one of the mods I have installed. So let's see what we got. Hello, we got Applejack's Vault suits, Bonbon stable suits, Fluttershy. We might actually give Fluttershy her stuff, and maybe if Twilight's got one, yes, we're gonna give Twilight one of hers. It's not the companions I was hoping for, but this is a big benefit to us. We're going to give Fluttershy her armored civil suit and take back the lightweight leather. Yay, now we have Fluttershy! Which is awesome for us. And we're going to do the same thing for Twilight. This isn't what I was expecting, but I am good with this. I'm good with this decision. Even though I'm weighed down heavily right now, I am still okay with this. I don't know what Twilight's Wasteland outfit will look like. Oh. I think they went with the generic skin. Which is honestly too bad. But we're going to go ahead and give her the armored one too. That way we know that her and Fluttershy are in the best armor for their characters. And now they look the way... They at least look better as far as what we were wanting to do. Alright, I have no idea if EDE's got enough carry capacity for this at this point. Hold on, storyteller. We're going to have to rely on the storyteller right now. I hate to do this to him, but we're going to have to. We may... I don't know if Applejack's around here anywhere or not. But by the time this is over, we'll have all kinds of people with us. But for now, we're going to give him pretty much all of our MLP stuff. I don't know what his carry capacity is. Hopefully it's good enough. We might actually put on Little Pips to keep with the theme. I think that'd be kind of fitting. And we'll keep the Stable 2 theme going. We'll get the armored one. I'm glad they're all Stable 2, even though most of these characters weren't actually in Stable 2. Which does, for at least me, make this somewhat confusing. Alright, that gives us a lot more weight off our shoulders. I don't know if there's any more like these around, but now that that's done, let's get rid of this and find... Where? There it is. Where are my glasses at? I don't know if I really need it, but... I wonder if that hat will be affected. Aw. Wait, did I put on the wrong one? No? I guess it just doesn't work on me. That's a bummer. But, we got middle armor now, so major bonus. Swapping back to plasma pistol, and yes. Now we're at least more heavily armored. Now that enemy marker is pretty close, so they're probably here in the valley area we're at. We're going to find out. I'm really hoping it's just scorpions. I'm good with scorpions. I can deal with the scorpions. I don't want to cuss by accident, even though this is a mature rating by default. I just try... See, that doesn't bother me. I'm so used to scorpions, but at this point it doesn't bother me. The thing that does bother me is the eyes, like right there at the bottom. I mean, from a genetics standpoint. I know they're mutants, but that, for some reason that still kind of bothers me. It's not in a creeps me out bother me. It's like, from a logic sense, bothers me. Okay, I don't know if we screwed something up or not, but we didn't get the knife we were looking for from here. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back over here to the campsite where we were at and hopefully find, and hope that the one that's supposed to be there is there. Unfortunately, it's taking a little bit longer. We could just easily fast travel. But I don't know how close those enemies are, and I do not want to get stuck in a firefight. And holy cow, my health is low. How is my health that low? Okay, I'm pretty sure we got yellow jackets or Khazors right here, so let's deal with this real quick. There's my waifu. You need to be up here by me. Because I want the unicorn magic. Okay, yeah, we got some straight up Cazadors, and these are some big ones too. They're not the littler ones. They're not young ones. These ones are fully developed. Like, yeah, they're okay. We got a black wasp, a young Cazador, and a full-grown adult-sized Cazador. Oh, we hit it. We actually did a lot more damage to it than I thought we were going to. Booyah! They line them up and I take them down. And you may be, again, if you're not familiar with why I'm concerned, Cazador Venom is arguably the most potent Venom in the Fallout franchise. Like, legit. Like, so dangerous, in fact, that, like, if at all possible, you want to avoid getting bit at all costs, because you will be dead in no time flat. Now, thankfully, it hasn't been enough time for them to respawn. Fluttershy, where the hey are you going?
Welcome back, children. You're listening to
Like, seriously,
Radio,
Fluttershy,
the heart and
Fluttershy.
soul of the Capitol.
Yeah, come on back. Come on back, girl. I mean, seriously, honey. I do not want to be responsible for getting everybody's favorite timid Pegasus KO'd. That would be bad. That would be bad. Here we go. Chance's knife. This is the one from the correlating comic book that goes with this. We're going to leave him with his dignity. But Chance's knife actually does some decent damage early on, if you actually remember to get a shovel and get it. So look at this. Damage per second, 66. That's great. Base damage is 16. But, you know, that is astounding this early on. I mean, that can make or break.
I've got one.
And we got a Viper gunslinger up this way, which is actually understandable. There's actually a Viper camp that's not that far away, so he probably snuck up this way, was going to do the looting like we were. And so we're probably actually going to go down that route, avoid the main road if at all possible. I mean, I actually kind of cheated my way through on console. We're doing PC this time by actually hugging the rock face, going around a lot of enemies in order to get to New Vegas early. We're not actually trying to cheat this time. This time we're just mainly trying to avoid story missions and just take maybe some of the more scenic routes. Yeah, over there is Red Rock Canyon, which is where the Great Khan's campsite is. We're not going to be going over that way. Well, at least not dead that way. If we can avoid being killed by some savage bighorners, and by savage I mean wild. Wild bighorners are, well, let me think. How can I put this?
Yak smash! Yak like bighorner. Bighorner tough like yak. Yak bighorner friend for 1,000 moons.
Yeah, pretty much that. Now, we could probably take that Viper camp down right now if we really wanted to. We got Rad Horns, which are basically just a more aggressive form of bighorner, which were added by our monster mod. Crap. I was hoping to avoid a fight, but looks like we got a choice. I don't know if that was Twilight or Fluttershy, but man, we have got to work on our energy weapons. This is just ridiculous. I am like doing horribly. I have no grenades for that. I am come on, give me something, give me something. We'll go 9mm, stim pack ourselves up a couple times, and spray and pray, and what the hey? Oh, seriously? Bummer! This Viper campsite is responsible for KOing me more times than I want to admit. I mean, seriously. Well, crap!
You like that?
Crap, they respawned! Holy crap, the Hive Queen respawned. That is really bad. What's worse than a giant Kkat? A giant Kkat that spits radioactive venom globs at you. Die, you winged spawn of Satan! I am out of energy. Oh, crap. No, 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 no. It's chopping. Aw. Nice. Holy crap. That is not the unique fireman's axe I thought it was. I must have got that from one of the mutant gecko hunters from the monster mod. Some of the mutant geckos will actually spawn with crudely made weaponry. And yes, this is a Deathclaw, but this is not a standard Deathclaw. This is actually one of our mutant ones created by the monster mod. I think it's supposed to be a young alpha, which is why it's got a different look. I mean, I'm not complaining. That's a nice little bit of lore building. Why do I only have 200 weight? I had a 220 capacity not that long ago. What the heck happened here? Like, not even jokingly. What the hey? What is going on? What the hey is going on here? Yeah, we're gonna keep that one just because. But seriously, what is going on here? I mean, why did my capacity just suddenly go from... Oh, we can drop that. We don't need that now. Well, that helped a little bit at least. But what the heck is going on here? What? I mean, you know what? It could be a glitch. It could be a glitch. I have had this happen before. I'm not happy about it, but I have had it happen. We're just going to do our best to tolerate it and deal with it. And the only downside means now I got to get Chance's knife again. Only this time we're going to have the common sense to save. I know these types of Let's Play videos where I do Fallout and all end up lasting longer than they should, and I am sorry about that. And why are there... Okay, I'm confused. I'm going to save this right here. Now, if you see this Vault 22 pest control, wait. I haven't been to Vault 20. Oh, okay, never mind. That's from a previous... That's from a different save file. Never mind. Yeah, Fallout New Vegas, unlike Fallout 4, doesn't give you different save files, so you basically have to deal with that. You just have to hope you remember what's what. So my bad on that one, everybody. It doesn't give me the option to rename them either, so I know who's who. So we're going to have to try very hard not to screw that up. Or rather, I am. We're going to keep heading north. We're going to try and at least get to the outskirts of New Vegas if at all possible. Maybe hit one or two areas. They're maybe not main story related, but that are more story-esque. I would at the very... But seriously, this is a brutal weapon. It's basically a giant meat cleaver forged from scrap metal. I mean, I didn't even realize that's what it was. I'd forgotten all about it. I thought it was a unique fireman's axe. But that's okay. We don't really need it, the fireman's axe, when we'll find more of them later. I can always buy that one back. Hopefully. So for now, we're just going to carry the caravan shotgun with us and head this way. And yeah, that is the same Viper camp. We're going to try and go around it this time. The only downside of that is by going around it, we're more than likely going to encounter more of the monsters from the mod and possibly the death claws. Yeah, like see right now, we got a caution warning. I don't know what's got us in its sights. I don't know how close we are to enemies. There's a very high chance we're going to die. More than likely by bludgeoning by death claw. Oh my.
Come on.
Like, what the heck? They spotted it before I did. Oh, crap. Whoever did that, thank you. Wait, it's on fire. Crap. We don't really need any of this hide right now. It's just weighing us down. I mean, this stuff's not really worth a heck of a lot anyway. But yeah, we're still near the quarry. Like, one of the main entrances to the quarry, as a matter of fact. And there are a number of these young alphas that just roam these areas. It's ridiculous. Like, yeah, where we're cutting through right now, we're more than likely going to encounter more of them. Yep.
I'm out of here.
You know what? Forget this. Forget this. If I want to die, I want to go down swinging. Let's see, Captain America's shield's one of the most powerful ones I got anyway, and oh good, we found Vault 19. We're not going into Vault 19, but we got it on our map, we can get it, we can use it to fast travel. That's good.
You're listening to Three Dogs
And we got more death claws.
Radio, the #1 radio station in the Greater Metropolitan.
That one's back as bright red, and that's a matriarch, isn't it? See, this is the downside with melee weaponry. You can't, you know, check stuff out at a distance. The Carrion Beast is basically a hybrid mutant lizard deathclaw combo. That's right, we got werewolves, thanks to the monster mod. This is actually the first time I've ever encountered the werewolf from the mod. So I'm not really sure what all to expect. Alright, level up. Let's go ahead and boost our repair and medicine stats since they're like the only ones lacking. And we'll go ahead and boost our... yeah, we'll go ahead and boost our guns. Yeah, the monster mod makes a lot of this way more difficult. It increases the number of encounters you got, it increases the number of enemies you got, the number of varieties you got. Like, here's another one. The Death Gek. It's a giant, rare, black gecko, essentially. Oh, and it got me. Oh, it got me. Dang it, we're probably going to go way back to Chance's gravesite now. Well, shoot. That's a big bummer if that's the case. Yep, and that's the case. Well, I knew that was a possibility when it happened. Well, we've been at this for a little over an hour, so this is as good a place as any to save for this. So let me go ahead and do that real quick before we continue on and end this. Oh, there we go. Get that stupid thing off my back. Get the burn it rifle, because actually I like the burn it rifle quite a bit. Get around here. Alright, everybody, every pony and everything, everyone in between, thank you for tuning in to the Moonshadow Mystery channel. I hope you've enjoyed this, what's more than likely going to be a late addition to Moonshadow Mystery channel's
Yeah, listening to
Fallout Fridays.
on Galaxy News Radio, the #1 radio.
Say goodbye, Twilight. Say goodbye, Fluttershy. Say goodbye, Storyteller, Edna, and EDE. If you like this video, go ahead and bro-hoof that like button. If you dislike the video, given what we're doing now, go ahead and frag grenade the dislike button if you like. If you're new to the channel, liked what you see, and want to see more, go ahead and tap that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, but want to know when new videos become available, go ahead and tap the notification bell icon, which will send up-to-date information on new videos posted to this channel directly to your mobile device, or to your email address, if you use Google like what we do. We will be doing more Let's Play videos in the future. I can't guarantee what we'll be covering 100%, if it'll be a continuation from a previous set of Let's Plays we've done, or if it'll be something new altogether. We do, in fact, still intend on doing more review videos in the hopefully near future. I know I keep claiming that, I keep saying it. We have not gotten around to it yet. I do sincerely apologize for that fact. It's just a matter of figuring out what we want to cover, when we want to try and get it out. As you all know by now, I am the writer, the host, the narrator, the artist, everything for this channel. So it puts a lot more weight on my shoulders trying to get everything done. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just saying there is a method to all this. Let's Plays are a little bit easier to get done, a little bit faster to get done, thanks to the fact that all I really got to do is record the audio and the video, piece it together, and upload it. It doesn't always upload at the time I would like. They can blame that on either my connection or on YouTube servers. I don't know. We're going to go ahead and resave real quick. That way we're a little bit closer to where we were at the very least. Hopefully in the near future we'll be a little more consistent with things. At least I hope so. There's my waifu in the background, and I don't mean Fluttershy. I like Fluttershy, don't get me wrong. But my waifu is Twilight Sparkle. Actually, it's a small list. I know that makes me horrible. But anyways, we will be getting more reviews up soon. It's just a matter of, do we want to do more My Little Pony videos? Do we want to do a Dragon Ball Super review, Steven Universe, or something we've not covered before? If you have any special requests you want to make for a possible future review, either maybe a reaction video, a first thoughts video, a past due review. Past due reviews are something I actually enjoy, and I'm just a matter of figuring out how I want to go about doing it more easily. I know I say it like that, but it's a little bit trickier. I'm not really sure how we're going to get it done in a way that's enjoyable and all, but we will do our very best to get that done here ASAP. And that is a pinky promise. Cross my heart, hope to fly, stick a cupcake in my eye. I'm just not making a promise on exactly when it's going to happen. But we will be doing it soon. But in the meantime, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate your patronage. Now, watch me go Van Helsing on this werewolf. Dang it, storyteller! Anyways, everybody, again, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your patronage. I am glad you're tuning in and getting some joy out of the channel, joy out of the content. Again, if you have any kind of special request for something you want us to do, cover, play, etc., let us know in the comment section down below. If you want, go down and check out the video description where you can find some physical links that you can use to get into contact with us here at the channel. Send us some fan art of some of the interactions we've done in other videos. Fan art of my character. Just make sure if you do, you include a link so that we can give you your proper accreditation for your art when we post it on the video. That way, every pony who tunes in knows who's responsible. Because we don't want to unfairly exclude anybody for anything they've contributed to the channel. And again, if you like these videos and you like some of the brief little impersonations I've done, we have other impersonation dedicated videos and Let's Plays done in character as other characters. So feel free to go check those out. Again, if you have any requests for any of that, let us know below. And don't be afraid to include your criticisms, your critiques, suggestions on how we can improve this channel, improve our content, improve our performance, anything like that. We're open to all of it. And again, I do read the comments. I do try to reply to them when possible, unless they appear to be spam-like. But if it's a genuine comment, a question, whatever, I will respond to it as quickly as I'm able. Again, thank you for tuning in. I know I've said that like 3 or 4 times already. We're at a little over an hour now. We're going to go ahead and call it quits. That way maybe we can get this video uploaded a little bit faster. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. I really hope I can do something else like this in the near future for you. If you liked Moonshadow Plays Fallout New Pegasus, which is what this video essentially is, thanks to the mods we have installed, and want to see more, let us know down below with the hashtag Fallout New Pegasus. If you want to see more Moonshadow Plays Fallout 4 with Fallout Equestria mods, go ahead and let us know that by just doing a simple hashtag Fallout for Equestria. Or if you want me to get back to doing more review videos, more reaction videos and the like, just go ahead and leave a hashtag Moonshadow Reviews or Moonshadow Reacts. And again, any suggestions of any kind of content at all that you want to see covered on this video, let us know. Like, nothing is off limits. Well, okay, nothing as long as it's allowable on YouTube is off limits. We'll be doing our very best to get back to you and to produce more content as quickly as we're able. After all, this channel is here for the viewers like you, and we want to make sure that you're both satisfied with the content and getting some genuine enjoyment out of it. So, everybody, that's pretty much all the time we have for today. I'll do my best to get this uploaded for a hashtag Fallout Friday. If it doesn't get uploaded today, hopefully it'll get uploaded by at least tomorrow, or at the very least Sunday, hopefully sooner than that, but I can't make promises like that, unfortunately. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, feel free to let me know down below what you didn't like about it. But if you did, let me know what you enjoyed about it and what you want to see more of. And remember, every pony, don't go changing for anyone but yourselves. This has been Moonshadow Mystery the Changeling from the Moonshadow Mystery channel, and I will see you right here next time, same Changeling time, same Changeling channel.